So we're back with Daggerheart. Um, I always feel bad just realizing it here. Oh, if we even got two. Uh, when I get uh, into the book and see that, oh, there were bookmarks the entire time. So last time we sort of had a look at character creation and the sort of domain system that they have. And we also did look at one class just to get a feel of it. I don't think I'm going to necessarily look at every class. Beyond just sort of like the intros, and maybe the background questions and connections, um, just maybe the ones that really stick out to me. Becoming a druid is more than an occupation. It's a calling for those who wish to learn from and protect the magic of the wilderness. While one might underestimate a gentle druid who practices the often quiet work of cultivating flora, druids who channel the untamed forces of nature are terrifying to behold. Druids cultivate their abilities in small groups, often connected by a specific ethos or locale. But some choose to work alone. Through years of study and dedication, druids can learn to transform into beasts and shape nature itself. So starting evasion is 10, and starting hit points are 6, which, yeah, okay, pretty similar to the bard there. Your class items are a small bag of rocks and bones or a strange pendant found in the dirt. Your hope feature is evolution. Spend 3 hope to transform into a beast form without marking stress. When you do, choose one trait to raise by 1 until you drop out of that beast form. And your class features are beast form. Mark a stress to magically transform into a creature of your tier or lower from the beast form list. You can drop out of this form at any time. While transformed, you can't use weapons or cast spells from domain cards, but you can still use other class features or abilities you have access to. Spells you cast before you transform stay active and last for their normal duration. And you can talk and communicate as normal. Additionally, you gain the beast form's features. Add their evasion bonus to your evasion and use a trait specified in their statistics for your attack. While you're in a beast form, your armor becomes part of your body, and you mark armor slots. As usual, when you drop out, those marked armor slots remain marked. If you mark your last hit point, you automatically drop out of this form. Wild Touch. You can perform harmless, subtle effects in wild nature, such as causing a flower to rapidly grow, summoning a slight gust of wind, or starting a campfire at will. I think I'm going to skip over these subclasses. Some background questions. Answer any of the following background questions. You can create your own. Yeah, okay. Why was the community you grew up in so reliant on nature and its creatures? Who was the first wild animal you bonded with? Why did your bond end? Who has been trying to hunt you down? What do they want from you? Some example for connection questions are: what did you confide in me that makes me leap into danger for you every time? What animal do I say you remind me of? What affectionate nickname have you given me? When you use your beast form feature, choose a creature category. At the GM's discretion, you can describe yourself transforming into any animal that fits in that category. Okay, so I do like this, that it isn't specific animals, that they just have these sort of archetypes. When transformed, you gain a bonus to the listed trait. For example, when an agile scout, you gain a bonus to agility, and yeah, you lose it when you drop out of the form. And yeah, just reminding you that you use your form's abilities for attacking, evasion. Add the creature's evasion bonus to your normal evasion. Advantages. Form makes you especially suited to certain actions. When you make an action or reaction related to one of the verbs listed for that creature category, you gain advantage on that roll. For example, an agile scout gains advantage on rolls made to sneak, search for objects or creatures, and related activities. Each form includes unique features. For example, the scout excels at silent, dexterous movement, but they're also fragile, making you more likely to drop out of beast form. So I think I'll just read one from each tier. Let's do a household friend. Cat, dog, rabbit, etc. Instinct +1, evasion +2. Melee instinct, d6. Physical. Gain advantage on climb, locate, protect. Companion. When you help an ally, you can roll a d8 as your advantage die. And fragile. When you take major or greater damage, you drop out of beast form. For tier 2, we'll read powerful beast, bear, bulls, moose, etc. Strength +1, evasion +3. Melee is strength d10 +4. Gain advantage on navigate, protect, scare. Rampage. When you roll a 1 on a damage die, you can roll a d10 and add the result to the damage roll. Additionally, before you make an attack roll, you can mark a stress to gain a +1 bonus to your proficiency for that attack. Thick hide, you gain a +2 bonus to your damage thresholds. We'll read Legendary Beast. It's an upgraded Tier 1 option. Pick a Tier 1 Beast form option and become a larger, more powerful version of that creature. While you're in this form, you retain all traits and features from the original and gain the following bonuses. +6 bonus to damage rolls, +1 bonus to the trait used by this form, a +2 bonus to evasion. So I do like that they give you that option that if you've got a creature, that you've kind of landed on early days, um, that you can uh, kind of keep it relevant. Massive behemoth for tier 4. Elephant, mammoth, rhinoceros, etc. Strength +3, evasion +1. Melee strength d12 +12 physical. Gain advantage on locate, protect, scare, sprint. Carrier. You can carry up to 4 willing allies with you when you move. Demolish. Spend a hope to move up to far in a straight line and make an attack against all targets with the melee range of that line. Targets you succeed take d8 +10 physical damage using your proficiency and are temporarily vulnerable. Undaunted. You gain a +2 bonus to all of your damage thresholds. So they're not even hiding the fact that this is the most boring class to play. The subclass only takes 1 column, and the second page is almost entirely blank. Guardian. The title of Guardian represents an array of martial professions, speaking more to their moral compass and unshakable fortitude than the means by which they fight. While many Guardians join groups of militants for either a country or cause, they're more likely to follow those few they truly care for. Guardians are known for fighting with remarkable ferocity even against overwhelming odds, defending their cohort above all else. Woe betide those who harm the ally of a Guardian, as a Guardian will answer this injury in kind. Starting evasion is 9, and starting hit point 7. That's kind of curious. I guess I would have expected a melee class to have inherently higher evasion, but both the Bard and Druid started at 10. Though they do have the slightly higher hit points to make up for it, I guess. Class items. A totem from your mentor or a secret key. Guardian's Hope feature. Frontline tank. Spend 3 hope to clear 2 armor slots. Class feature. Unstoppable. Once per long rest, you can become unstoppable. You gain an unstoppable die. Level 1, your unstoppable die is a d4. After you make a damage roll that deals 1 or more hit points to a target, increase the unstoppable die value by 1. When the die's value would exceed its maximum value, or when the scene ends, remove the die and drop out of unstoppable. At level 5, your unstoppable die increases to a d6. While unstoppable, you gain the following benefits. You reduce the severity of physical damage by 1. You add the current value of the unstoppable die to your damage roll. You can't be restrained or vulnerable. Some questions that you can ask. Uh, who from your community did you fail to protect, and why do you still think of them? You've been tasked with protecting something important and delivering it somewhere dangerous. What is it, and where does it need to go? You consider an aspect of yourself to be a weakness. What is it? How has it affected you? For some connections, how did I save your life the first time we met? What small gift did you give me that you notice I always carry with me? What lie have you told me about yourself that I absolutely believe? Rangers are highly skilled hunters. Despite their martial abilities, rarely lend their skills to an army. Through mastery of the body and deep understanding of the wilderness, rangers become sly tacticians, pursuing their quarry with cunning and patience. Many rangers track and fight alongside an animal companion with whom they've forged a powerful spiritual bond. By honing their skills in the wild, rangers become expert trackers, as likely to ensnare their foes in a trap as they are to assail them head on. Starting evasion is 12, hit points are 6. Class items: a trophy from your first kill, or a seemingly broken compass. Your hope feature: hold them off. Spend 3 hope when you succeed on an attack with a weapon to use that same roll against 2 additional adversaries within range of attack. Your focus: spend a hope and make an attack against a target. On a success, deal your attack's normal damage and temporarily make the attack's target your focus. Until this feature ends or you have a different creature your focus, you gain the following benefits against your focus. You know what direction they are in. When you deal damage to them, they must mark as stress. When you fail an attack against them, you can end your ranger's focus to re-roll your duality dice. We'll go ahead and take a look at their subclasses. For the Beastbound, which seems more companion-focused, your spellcast trait is Agility. Your foundation feature is Companion. You have an animal companion of your choice at the GM's discretion. They stay by your side unless you tell them otherwise. Take the Ranger Companion sheet. When you level up your character, choose a level up option for your companion from the sheet as well. Specialization features: Expert Training. Choose an additional level up for your companion. Battle Bonded. When an adversary attacks you while they're within your companion's melee range, you gain a +2 to your evasion against their attack. And for your mastery, I think for these you're choosing one, maybe? I don't. Do you have to choose, or do you just get it? Oh no, you just get them. For your mastery features, choose 2 additional level ups options for your companion and loyal friend. Once prolonged rest when the damage from an attack would mark your companion's last rest or your last hit point and you're within close range of each other, you or your companion can rush to the other side and take that damage instead. Wayfinder. Play the Wayfinder if you want to hunt your prey and strike with deadly force. Your trait is also agility. Your foundation features Ruthless Predator. When you make a damage roll, you can mark a stress to gain a bonus to your proficiency. Additionally, when you deal severe damage to an adversary, they must mark a stress. Path Forward. When you're traveling to a place you've previously visited, or you carry an object that has been at the location before, you can identify the shortest, most direct path to your destination. Specialization feature. Elusive Predator. When your focus makes an attack against you, you gain a +2 bonus to your evasion against the attack. Apex Predator is your mastery. Before you make an attack roll against your focus, you can spend a hope. On a successful attack, you remove a fear from the GM's fear pool. Yeah, I don't know. The companion subclass. I don't know. Well, I'm personally biased towards leaning towards those type of options anyways. That seems like a lot more compelling option, especially since you still get the focus feature from the base class anyways. I don't think that's that much of an upgrade. Some background questions. A terrible creature hurt your community and you vow to hunt them down. What are they? And what unique trail or sign do they leave behind? Your first kill almost killed you too. What was it, and what part of you was never the same after that event? You've traveled many dangerous lands, but what is the one place you refuse to go? Some connections. What friendly competition do we have? Why do you act differently when we're alone than when others are around? What threat have you asked me to watch for, and why are you worried about it? So your companion sheet and some notes there doesn't really look like anything out of the norm, so we'll go ahead and just move on. Rogue. Rogues are scoundrels, often in both attitude and practice. Broadly known as liars and thieves, the best among their class move through their world anonymously. Utilizing their sharp wits and blades, rogues trick their foes through social manipulation as easily as breaking locks, climbing through windows, or dealing underhanded blows. These masters of magical craft manipulate shadow and movement, adding an array of useful and deadly tools to the repertoire. Rogues frequently establish guilds to meet future accomplices, hire out jobs, and hone secret skills, proving that there's honor among thieves for those who know where to look. Your starting evasion is, I think, well, no, Ranger also had 12, didn't it? And middling starting hit points. Your class items, a set of forgery tools, or a grappling hook. Your hope feature is a dodge. Spend 3 hope to gain a +2 bonus to your evasion until the next time an attack succeeds against you. This bonus lasts until your next rest. Your class features, cloaked. Anytime you would be hidden, you're instead cloaked. In addition to the benefits of the hidden condition, while cloaked, you remain unseen if you are stationary when an adversary moves to where they would normally see you. When you move into or within an adversary's line of sight or make an attack, you are no longer cloaked. And of course, sneak attack. When you succeed on an attack while cloaked or while an ally is within melee range of your target, add a number of d6s equal to your tier to your damage roll. So, I don't think a tier's come up as a concept before this, but it looks like. I guess the the druid forms also used a tier system. So yeah, a tier is every 2 levels, it looks like. We'll go ahead and read the Syndicate one. Nightwalker looks like pretty much everything you'd expect. Syndicate seems a bit different. Play the Syndicate if you want to have a web of contacts wherever you go. Your Foundation feature, well connected. When you arrive in a prominent town or environment, you know somebody who calls this place home. Give them a name, note how you think they could be useful, and choose one fact from the following list. They owe me a favor, but they'll be hard to find. They're going to ask for something in exchange. They're always in a great deal of trouble. We used to be together. It's a long story. And we didn't part on great terms. Your specialization is contacts everywhere. Once per session, you can briefly call on a shady contact. Choose one of the following benefits and describe what brought them here to help you in this moment. And they can provide a handful of gold, a unique tool, or a mundane object that the situation requires. On your next action roll, their help provides a +3 bonus to the result of your hope or fear die, or the next time you deal damage, they snipe from the shadows, adding 2d8 to your damage roll. And your mastery is reliable backup. You can use your contacts everywhere 3 times per session. The following options are added to the list of benefits. When you mark 1 or more hit points, they can rush out to shield you, reducing the hit points marked by 1. When you make a presence roll in conversation, they back you up. You can roll a d20 as your hope die. And some questions. What did you get caught doing that got you exiled? You used to have a different life, but you've tried to leave it behind. Who from your past is still chasing you? Who from your past were you most sad to say goodbye to? Your connections. What did I recently convince you to do that got us both in trouble? What have I discovered about your past that I hold secret from others? Who do you know from my past, and how have they influenced your feelings towards me? Seraphs are divine fighters and healers imbued with sacred purpose. A wide array of deities exist within the realms, and thus numerous kinds of seraphs are appointed by these gods. Their ethos traditionally aligns with the domain or goals of their god, such as defending the weak, exacting vengeance, protecting a land or artifact, or upholding a particular faith. Some seraphs ally themselves with an army or locale, much to the satisfaction of their rulers, and other crusaders fight in opposition to the follies of the mortal realm. It's better to be a seraph's ally than their enemy, as they are terrifying foes to those who defy their purpose. Your starting evasion is 9, and hit points are 7. Your class items: a bundle of offerings or a sigil of your god. Your hope feature: life support. Spend 3 hope to clear a hit point on an ally within close range. Your class feature: prayer dice. At the beginning of each session, roll a number of d4s equal to your subclass's spellcast trait and place them on your character sheet. These are your prayer dice. You can spend any number of prayer dice to aid yourself or an ally within far range. You can use a spent die's value to reduce incoming damage, add to a roll's result after the roll is made, or gain hope equal to the result. At the end of each session, clear all unspent prayer dice. We'll go ahead and read both of their subclasses, since in like the little description at the beginning of the classes, I do remember they were both very distinct sounding and interesting. Divine Wielder. Play the Divine Wielder if you want to dominate the battlefield with a legendary weapon. Your foundation: a spirit weapon. When you have an equipped weapon with a range of melee or very close, it can fly from your hand to attack an adversary within close range and then return to you. You can mark a stress to target an additional adversary within range with the same attack roll. Sparing Touch. Once per long rest, touch a creature and clear 2 hit points or 2 stress from them. Yeah, I was thinking, and yes, especially after that, 3 hope for 1 hit point. That seems pretty weak compared to like the rogues. Yeah, they're like, well, that one in particular, but like, it just feels very nothing compared to most of the other ones we've seen. Your specialization is Devout. When you roll your prayer dice, you can roll an additional die and discard the lowest result. Additionally, you can use your Sparing Touch feature twice instead of once per long rest. And your Mastery is when you roll damage for your Spirit Weapon feature, if any of the die results match, double the value of each matching die. For example, so the other option is Winged Sentinel. If you want to take flight and strike crushing blows from the sky. Your foundation is Wings of Light. You can fly. While flying, you can do the following. Mark a stress to pick up and carry another willing creature your size or smaller. Spend a hope to deal an extra d8 damage on a successful attack. Your specialization is Ethereal Visage. Your supernatural visage strikes awe and fear. While flying, you have advantage on presence rolls. When you succeed with hope on a presence roll, you can remove a fear from the GM's fear pool instead of gaining hope. Mastery features. Ascendant, gain a permanent +4 bonus to your severe damage threshold. Power of the Gods. While flying, you deal an extra 1d12 damage instead of d8 from your Wings of Light feature. Some questions. Which god did you devote yourself to? What incredible feat did they perform for you in a moment of desperation? How did your appearance change after taking your oath? In what strange or unique way do you communicate with your god? Connections. Ask your fellow players one of the following questions from their character to answer. What promise did you make me agree to should you die on the battlefield? Why do you ask me so many questions about my god? You've told me to protect one member of our party above all others, even yourself. Who are they and why? So, sort of mixed feelings about this presentation. And the class features and stuff, that seems all very interesting. But like, you go out of the way to make it so these, they're very clear that it's, not paladins, that you could be serving any sort of god. But then just the presentation is just, and the naming. So yeah, I don't know. I guess I like what they're trying to do there, but I don't think they exactly succeeded at it. Sorcerer. Not all innate magic users choose to hone their craft, but those who do can become powerful sorcerers. The gift of these wielders are passed down through families, even if the family is unaware or reluctant to practice them. Sorcerers' abilities can range from the elemental to the illusionary and beyond, and many practitioners band together into collectives based on their talents. The act of becoming a formidable sorcerer is not the practice of acquiring power, but learning to cultivate and control the power one already possesses. The magic of a misguided or undisciplined sorcerer is a dangerous force indeed. Starting evasion, so yeah, pretty much the standard that we've seen for range classes that aren't the ranger. Your hope feature is spend 3 hope to reroll any number of your damage dice on an attack that deals magic damage. Yeah, just really making the Seraph's hope look really weak. Your features, Arcane Sense. You can sense the presence of magical people and objects within close range. Minor Illusion. Make a spellcraft roll. On a success, you create a minor visual illusion no larger than yourself within close range. This illusion is convincing to anyone at close range or farther. Channel Raw Power. Once per long rest, you can place a domain card from your loadout into your vault and choose to either gain hope equal to the level of the card, enhance a spell that deals damage, gaining a bonus to your damage roll equal to twice the level of the card. We'll just head to the questions. What do you want do that made people in your community wary of you? What mentor taught you to control your untamed magic, and why are they no longer able to guide you? Have a deep fear you hide from everyone. What is it? Why does it scare you? For connections, why do you trust me so deeply? What did I do that makes you cautious around me? Why do we keep our shared past a secret? That's interesting. I somehow missed saying this because I thought Guardian was their version of the warrior class. Um, but they do have a warrior. Becoming a warrior requires years, often a lifetime of training and dedication to the mastery of weapons and violence. While many who seek to fight hone only their strength, warriors understand the importance of an agile body and mind, making them some of the most sought after fighters across the realms. Frequently, warriors find employment within an army, a band of mercenaries, or even a royal guard, but their potential is wasted in a position where they cannot continue to improve and expand their skills. Warriors are known to have a favored weapon. To come between them and their blade would be a grievous mistake. Um, so, this is the first melee class with a higher than normal evasion. Um, your class items, the drawing of a lover or a sharpening stone. Your hope feature, no mercy. Spend 3 hope to gain a +1 bonus to your attack rolls until your next rest. Yeah, I think every one of those just makes Seraph even look worse. I think I need to find a way to adjust that. Um, class features. Attack of opportunity. If an adversary within melee range attempts to leave that range, make a reaction roll using a trait of your choice against their difficulty. Choose 1 effect on a success or 2 if they critically succeed. They can't move from where they are. You deal damage to them equal to your primary weapon's damage. You move with them. Combat training. You ignore burden when equipping weapons. When you deal physical damage, you gain a bonus to your damage roll equal to your level. So your background questions. Who taught you to fight? Why did they stay behind when you left home? Somebody defeated you in battle years ago and left you to die. Who was it? And how did they betray you? What legendary place have you always wanted to visit, and why is it so special? For connections, we knew each other long before this party came together. How? What mundane task do you usually help me with off the battlefield? What fear am I helping you overcome? And so finally we have the wizard. Whether through an institution or individual study, those known as wizards acquire and hone their immense magical power over years of learning and using a variety of tools, including books, stones, potions, and herbs. Some wizards dedicate their life to mastering a particular school of magic, while others learn from a wide variety of disciplines. Many wizards become wise and powerful figures in their communities, advising rulers, providing medicines and healing, and even leading war councils. While these mages all work toward the common goal of collecting magical knowledge, wizards often have the most conflict within their own ranks, as the acquisition, keeping, and sharing of powerful secrets is a topic of intense debate that has resulted in innumerable deaths. Um, Starting evasion is 11, and hit points are 5. Class items: a book you're trying to translate, or a tiny, harmless elemental pet. Your hope feature is not this time. Spend 3 hope to force an adversary within far range to reroll an attack or damage roll. Your features: prestidigitation, can perform harmless, subtle magic effects as will. Yeah, nothing we haven't seen before. Strange patterns. Um, Choose a number between 1 and 12. When you roll that number on a duality die, gain a hope or clear a stress. You can change this number when you take a long rest. For questions, we have what responsibilities did your community once count on you for? How did you let them down? You spent your life searching for a book or object of great significance. What is it? Why is it so important to you? You have a powerful rival. Who are they? And why are you so determined to defeat them? For connections, what favor have I asked of you that you're not sure you can fulfill? What weird hobby or strange fascination do we both share? What secret about yourself have you entrusted only to me? So that should be it for today. So for next time, it looks like we'll be looking at ancestries. I do like. I felt they did a fairly good job with the classes. I guess it's not quite as far of a departure as I was expecting, but you know, it's enough to be fresh with how they're presenting stuff while still keeping it familiar, I guess. But yeah, that'll be it for today. And yeah, the next session should be tomorrow. And we'll be looking at ancestries.